up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Cut the Bull. I'm your host, Mozzie, and I have no co-host with me today. Man, this is episode, I believe this is episode 005. And y'all gotta excuse me, man. I went out of town. My youngest son, Ashton, had his first child. He had his first child, my first grandson, my first grandchild. And I've been out of town with my son, making sure that, I'm there in the hospital with them. I stayed at the hospital with them for like 5 days throughout the birthing process or the labor process of his girlfriend having his son. And man, what a joyous occasion. Long story short, I left my microphones in my truck because I was gonna film a episode while I was out of town, but I never really got around to it. But I had my equipment with me just in case. So I don't have my microphones. So that's why the sound may be a little bit off. And I'm an organic podcast. I run an organic show here. And if I just ain't got the shit, I ain't got the shit, and you get what I got. You know what I mean? It ain't like I ain't got it. I got it, but I just ain't got it. You feel me? But yeah, man, I've been down in Galveston for 5 days. I watched the birth of all of my 3 kids, Cameron, Ashton, and Chloe. And I was so privileged to have the experience of being there for my first grandchild, which I think is fucking amazing. But man, this episode I'm gonna touch on these women, man, out here these days, man, and specifically my race, black women these days, man. I'ma just come straight out and say the shit, man. Black people as a whole, we gotta do better. Black men, we have to start setting a better example for these black women and these children. And black women, we need us black men, or all men, any man that's dealing with a black woman, listen, baby, we need you to come home. We need y'all to come on home, man. Cause see, y'all been outside too long. It's been about, let me see, Malcolm X passed away, I wanna say the 50s or the 60s, I can't remember. I'm still excited from having my grandchild. But, ever since Malcolm X passed away, man, and Martin Luther King, black men have been setting a fucked up example. I'm not gonna say that, we don't have no part in this as a whole, on behalf of my gender. I'm not gonna say that we don't have any part to play in this catastrophe. Nothing short of a catastrophe of what's going on in the households these days, especially in the black community, man. But our black women we don't know y'all anymore, man. And it's crazy. The contrast is men are actually trying to do better. Black men are trying to do better, man. We starting to wake up, and our women are our black women have took the place of what the black man or the nigga used to be out in the streets, smoking weed by the ounce and drinking liquor by the bottle and popping pills by the motherfucking case and body count through the motherfucking roof of the Astrodome. Y'all doing nigga shit. Black women are doing shit that niggas used to do. And I don't know, it kind of seems like niggas is getting softer. But I'm gonna just give y'all I'm gonna just give y'all my recent interactions, with quote unquote black women. For a while, I stopped dating black women because I wanted to venture outside of my race. I wanted to try new things, and I can honestly say, man, that dating outside of my race, dating white women is quite fucking pleasant. And it is quite refreshing. And I can see why pages like Passport Boys and, I can see why niggas start dating white women and shit, man, because white women are sweet. They're relaxed. They're composed. They're in control of their emotions way better than the black women that I've been encountering. They just more laid back and understanding, and as opposed to the black woman, white women, they don't get up in your face and be yelling at you and spitting and shit when they talking, yelling so loud they spitting and shit all in your face. And like, why you want to stand up to a man and yell in a man's face? And like, you can fight him, like you gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? And then, if and when a nigga slap the shit out of you or something like that, then the nigga wrong. But where I come from, you don't get in nobody's face and, yelling and so loud, spit flying out your mouth and hit. You don't get in nobody's face like that to start treating them like that unless you're ready to get your ass hit or you ready to hit them. And so this year, it's been kind of, I've been through a little turmoil, I could say, when it comes to dating women. And, started out with my ex Z, just sweet girl, but, don't know how to control her emotions and fly off the handle and boil over on the side of the pot. And, and just like could not take constructive criticism, could not take any type of, hey, clean, I'm taking care of you, paying all the bills. You don't really have, I told you don't really have to do nothing. Just, just keep the house clean. Like, I take it, like, whatever you need, clothes, food, but, take care of all the shit in a very nice way. Very comfortable living under me, very comfortable. And I treat women with respect. I'm not the best guy in the world, but I'm a pretty good man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I treat women with respect. I'm attentive. I listen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a pretty good motherfucking dude, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I make money, and I don't mind spending my money on, vacations and, design, like whatever, I'm like that, but it ain't for every woman. I ain't no trick by far. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take. And like when the giving is more than the taking or the reception or, the reciprocation is just, that becomes a problem for me. And like, I ain't gonna sit here and trash mouth or talk bad about nobody that I was in a relationship, but the shit just didn't work out, and it would be, I would love for it to be fair and say that I was the one that came out with the short end of the stick, but my short end of the stick was my cutoff point, and her short end of the stick is way shorter than my short end. So, whatever that means to you, I know what it means to me. And so, that didn't work out. So I left her and got with this other chick that really, she finagled and, finessed her way into position. And I was wrong for the shit because she was really dating my homeboy that really never done nothing wrong to me. I mean, we not sandbox niggas, but ever since I've been here in Austin for 7 years, me and this nigga been cool. And I guess he went off and left her with the baby that he just had with her, and left her and for like a month. And she called me and she was like, man, have you seen such and such? And I was like, man, no. She was like, I think he dead. You know what I'm saying? And so like, honestly, bro, we was really thinking this nigga was dead, because I was hitting him and he wasn't hitting me back and shit. And so like, you know, we hooked up on some business shit, and business shit turned us to some more shit, and we ended up fucking, and it was cool. She really, really liked me, and I really, really liked her. She seemed to be intelligent and composed, and with me, you know what I mean? And long story short, man, she said some crazy shit to me one day, man. We riding in the car and just said the most craziest shit in the world. I mean, it felt like somebody opened up my skin and poured ice cold water in on my chest. And like that was the shockingness of this moment. And to the point to where I just threw the car in park while we was driving on Alto from Austin. I just threw the car in park and jumped out the motherfucking car, ride the Metro bus to wherever it took me, jumped out the Metro bus and then caught a lift back home. And I wasn't gonna fuck with her no more, but you know, she gave me $10,000 and she worked her way back into the situation. Y'all know I'm a sucker for money. And it's a badass chick. Like, she's super bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. She like one of the baddest I ever dated. And so she get her way back in the spot, man. And about a month later, it was Mother's Day. She wanted me to take her out to eat in Houston, which I said that I was gonna do. It was my idea. But my mama lived in Houston. We live in Austin. She was expecting for me to drive her to Houston and we go out to eat and have a great time and not go and see my mama and bring my mama some flowers on Mother's Day. So picture this. I live in Austin. Picture me driving to Houston, my hometown where my mama live at, on Mother's Day, and don't even go by my mama's house and bring her flowers or a gift. That's what she was actually expecting, like for real. And I'm like, I will never talk to you again. I hung up on her, I blocked her. I don't give a fuck how bad you is. If you was expecting for me to drive to Houston on Mother's Day and not see my mama and bring her some flowers, you got life and liberty and everything in between so fucked up. Never talk to her again. Got back with my ex Z. Z had this motherfucking smart idea that, this is what happened. So I had to get up early one morning to drive to Houston for business. And before I left, I got up, and I'm a very clean person, bro. Anybody that knows me personally, you ever been to my house or been in any one of my cars that I ever had, my shit is spick and span, motherfucking white glove clean. That's the way I like it because I feel comfortable. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It feels good. I love to come home to a clean home that smells good with candles and shit like that. I like that shit. So I woke up, and her only job, she only got one mission, is to keep the house clean. I get you anything you need. You want to smoke a motherfucking ounce of weed every day, I don't give a damn. I'll go get it for you. I don't care. You keep the house clean. That gives me a lot of peace and a lot of satisfaction. So I wake up, there's crumbs and shit all on the floor. Her kids fucking tore up the fan in one of my bedrooms and shit, like just all out of whack. So I woke up and I told her straight up, I was like, man, hey man, this house look like shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say clean it up or nothing, I just said the house look like shit. I probably shouldn't have said it like that, but it didn't warrant her reaction. Got mad, yelled at me and all that shit. I ain't finna yell at you, so I just left and went to Houston, took care of my business. She cleaned the house very fucking well. When I got back, she still had an attitude. So I told her, hey baby, look, let's talk about the shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna go to sleep mad at you. We're not bringing in the new year like this. And mind you, it's about 30 minutes before 12 a.m. on New Year's 2025. And so, she started yelling at me and shit, and I was like, look, man, check it out. You ain't finna yell at me in my motherfucking, in my house. You're not finna yell at me in our house. You're not finna yell at me. So I told her, I was like, man, look, you need to go out to your car. You need to roll you up some of your good weed that I got you, and you need to smoke some of your little weed, listen to you some music till you calm down, till you can talk to me better. So she left. And she called me and she was like, hey, I'm finna come get my shit. So I'm like, man, listen, you need to calm down. Don't come in the house with all that screaming and angry shit. Sound like you're still angry. You need to take a little bit more time. She hung up in my face. 5 minutes later, this bitch beating on my door, kicking the door, beating the door, kicking the door, screaming outside, open the motherfucking door. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where she started running into the door and she kicked the fucking front door to my condo, open. I stay in a white condominium complex. Everybody called the police on New Year's. All of them called the police. And so, yeah, she had to go. You know what I mean? And that, these are black women, man, and y'all can't do that. You can't do that. And like, if these women is treating me like this, the nigga that I am, man, I could just imagine these square niggas, man, out here catching pure D hell. If they doing this type of shit to me, man, if I was a square nigga, man, I wouldn't even want to imagine what them niggas go through. And I'm gonna cut the bull, bro. I ain't finna sugarcoat the shit, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Like, we all need to do better, man. But black women, y'all need to come back home, man. We miss y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I love my black women. I love the look, the smell, the cocoa butter. I don't like the weave. But black women are beautiful. Y'all are amazing, man. Can y'all please come back home and stop acting like niggas? Or how niggas used to act. Can y'all stop smoking so much weed? Can y'all please stop drinking so much alcohol? Because that shit is killing y'all. And can y'all have some respect, man? Because I don't like to fight and argue and shit. But, I ain't finna let nobody treat me crazy, man. And that episode right there, man, This is gonna conclude that episode, man. I hope y'all get the message, man, and I hope y'all hear me and don't take my shit out of context, and make little clips of my shit and put it on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and shit and say that I hate, black women and I'm an Uncle Tom or I don't know what the fuck y'all, whatever. But yeah, man, everybody need to be grown and treat everybody with respect and women, black women especially, please, man, y'all come on home. That just about does it for this episode of Cut the Bull. I am your host, Monty. I am all alone here in this motherfucker. And I forgot my microphone. Y'all please forgive me. The next episode, I have my microphone. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care and y'all treat each other with respect, man. And I'm out this bitch. Tune in, like, subscribe, and share if you like the shit, man. And if you don't, just drop a comment and let me know why you don't like it, man. I'm out this bitch. Peace.